India opposes the IMF loan to Pakistan. The breaking news that we are getting, remember, India abstains from voting at that IMF meeting. India has opposed an IMF loan to Pakistan. Remember, Pakistan has had over a dozen IMF loans as a bailout in recent times. India has questioned IMF aid over Pakistan's poor reform record, warns of misuse of funds for cross-border terrorism. India has highlighted Pakistan military's control over the economy, says repeated bailouts are risking the IMF's credibility. India has urged moral checks in global lending decisions. Now, that's an interesting way to look at it, because one of the ways that India has attempted to put pressure on Pakistan is use water as a weapon, keep the Indus Water Treaty in abeyance, and now trying to get the IMF also to put some check on Pakistan. Unlikely that Pakistan won't get that bailout since it had been cleared at different levels, but at least India has made a strong point that you cannot allow those funds then to be used to fund terror.
You know, two things here. IMF is not a charity. IMF cannot give money if that money, instead of going for the benefit of people of Pakistan, is fueling Pakistan's military jihad complex and is funding radical Islamist organizations like the Jaish-e-Mohammed, who incidentally, Rajdeep, you know better, was involved in the killing of Daniel Pearl, a wonderful journalist working for the Wall Street Journal, who was beheaded by Omar Saeed Sheikh and Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists. So Rajdeep, does that country deserve an IMF bailout? Clearly not. And that's Pakistan that says water is being used as a weapon. India is simply saying that we need that water for our people of Jammu and Kashmir, and it needs to be renegotiated so that it benefits us more. So, you know, it's not a weapon. It's something that needs to benefit our people more, Rajdeep.
Sunil Ji Bhatt and Aman Bhardwaj are with us. Aman, can you tell us what you're seeing around you at the moment? You're again in one of the blacked out areas along the border.
Yes, Rajdeep. Right now, there's from last 2 hours, there's a drone movement here in the sky, and there's a complete blackout in the city. So there are reports from the villages as well. There's a report from the village Khai Femeke in Firozpur, where 3 persons been injured after the object from the sky fell on the home, and after it caught fire, and a cylinder of the home or the other objects on the vehicle caught fire. That's what the police and the family of one of the village Femeke in Firozpur, family and police both have confirmed. So there is a massive drone movement here in the sky, and after several intervals there's a sound of a siren and blasts in the sky as well. So people here are worried for the time being, and what next they are asking by the text, by the calls, and also police by regular intervals of time they are making rounds on the streets, on the roads of this Firozpur, because it's a border district, and among 6 other districts it's a crucial border area, because in 1971 as well this particular border Firozpur has witnessed 20 villages at the border line has witnessed the major escalations on the border line. So it makes it very very crucial and very sensitive also if there's such movements of the drones in the sky and there's a blackout in the city, and there are incidents of fire and attacks in the villages that got fire, and some of the accidents that got fire by this drone activity as well, Rajdeep.
Okay. Also joining us, Sunil Ji Bhatt. Sunil, you've really gone through a difficult 24-48 hours. Has that drone firing that was around you a little while ago stopped?
Right now, I am at an undisclosed location in Jammu, and even now I can hear the sounds of siren, and intermittently explosions can also be heard. So that means there is some activity going on in the skies. I am relatively now at a safer location, but even now I can hear explosions taking place in the skies of Jammu. So it's clear that it's going to be a very long night, and Pakistan is Pakistan is resorting to provocation after provocation. And earlier we used to see that Pakistan used to resort to shelling in the border towns, in border villages. But now even in Jammu city, drone activity is being witnessed, and we have already activated our air defense system. And with the help of that, we have been able to neutralize this threat. But for almost 20 to 30 minutes there was a lull, but now we are again hearing sounds of sirens, and intermittently we can also hear sounds of explosions here in Jammu city. And Rajdeep, I have also you've spoken to my sources. Pakistan has resorted to heavy shelling in the border areas, whether it's a line of control in Poonch district or even in Jammu district's Araspura sector. So civilian areas are being targeted by Pakistan. Pakistan is resorting to heavy shelling, and innocent people are being targeted, non-combatants are being targeted, and even now I can hear sounds of explosions intermittently. And it's very important to note that Pakistan's Defense Minister Khwaja Asif, in his latest interview to a news channel in Pakistan, has said that chances of de-escalation are now minimum, and full-fledged war is the only option. So Pakistan is rattled, it's frustrated, now it's issuing threats, and it's for last 2 days we are witnessing that Pakistan is sending drones to create mayhem in Jammu and Kashmir, but our troops are on alert mode, and we have
Right.
activated our air defense system. Pakistan is biting dust, and we are foiling the nefarious designs of the enemy.
Okay, we're getting our reporters to give us situations on the ground from different parts. Just to tell you that those images we are getting are deferred images. We've been very cautious not to use live images. That's from Khai Feme village, district Firozpur. On the border, an object fell on a house. The diffuse elements from the drone fell on their home, after which their home has caught fire. We keep saying this, innocents get caught. It's civilians who've suffered the most. There was the Ministry of External Affairs pointed out to a Christian-run, missionary-run school where the school was targeted by Pakistani artillery firing along the border, and people have lost their lives. There's a Gurdwara, Gurdwara where people have lost their lives. Two children have lost their life in that missionary school. So you've got a situation where civilians, innocent civilians, are losing their lives. Let's go to Gurdaspur at the moment along the Punjab border with Pakistan, where I'm joined by Maushmi Singh. I just want to tell you, Maushmi drove all night to be in Gurdaspur. She's quite remarkable in her energy. And I think, Maushmi, tell us what you've been seeing around you this night today.
Right, Rajdeep, we've been here in and around crisscrossing villages, and right, I can tell you at about when the blackout started, we started hearing a lot of sounds, and it was raining drones, almost 15 to 20 blasts we heard in the air. We spotted some, and all of them decimated by the Indian Army. And we've seen in this border district, there have been villages who have been really looking at this imminent war that's unfolding. They feel that the war is coming, but at the same time, there is a lot of resolve in them that they have to stand up to it. They are preparing for it. Even right now, there's a complete blackout in this entire area. We've also got our windows rolled up, and you spoke about driving all night. It's nothing, in fact, in front of the valor and the resilience that our forces have shown, Rajdeep. And almost matching that, and it's like a trickle effect. We've seen citizens in small villages, how they are gathering their energy, their stamina and courage to face whatever lies ahead. The security personnel, the civil staff, defense staff, just boosting their morale, and they're all up in very, very strong spirits here in Gurdaspur and the entire belt.
You've got therefore an entire belt, Gaurav, from Rajasthan, Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir, which night after night for the last 72 hours have been witnessing blackouts and have been targeted. It's those in the border areas who tend to suffer the most every time these attacks take place.
Oh, absolutely, Rajdeep. I mean, look at this. It's 770 kilometers of the line of control from Jammu all the way to Leh that's now impacted. It's 3,500 kilometers of the international border between India and Pakistan that's impacted. And 24 airports being shut down, marketplaces shut down, these homes burning. It does impact the economy differently. But then there has to be a solution to dealing with Pakistan's state-sponsored radical Islamist terror, Rajdeep. And when you look at those images of Pakistan army attending funeral of terrorists of Jaish-e-Mohammed and Hizbul Mujahideen and Lashkar-e-Taiba, that military jihad complex in Pakistan has to be dealt with somewhere, Rajdeep, even if it means going up the escalation ladder or perhaps not going up that escalation ladder, Rajdeep, that may bleed Pakistan even more.